All right. Hey there, family. Welcome as we begin tonight's Oh Gods of Appalachia actual play here in Jim Milo Games. We welcome you to join us in the darkness.
Don't do it, guys. It's a trap.
And we had many a thing happen last time, and we'll tell you all about that in just a bit. But for now, it's time that we begin our tale. So, now, it was a old night of wind when Harold Ferd walked out into his field. He was never quite good at anything. That's how he felt anyway. And while he had a decent homestead and had gotten everyone fed, he right knew that the loans he had taken out and how he had dwindled so much money away in the deals, contracts he had made with the coal companies, especially Barrow. Well, it was all coming due. You see, he had thought that with the good weather, the good crops that he had been having such a stroke of luck with, it would have been fine. But like many families, found out that whether it was something in the soil or blight carried by wind, such things are fleeting. See, birds, strange ones at that, been eating all his corn and beans, and then they get their little grubby claws on. He came out every morning to find more of it gone. Bare crops, couldn't feed, couldn't sell. It had been all right, but everything he had worked for with his family was going to be gone. And so, with a bottle, green, he walked out to his fields. Walked the path where nothing ever grew, where his mama had taken him once, where she said her mama had taken her once. And there, he laid out the bottle and drank. I freely give. I do not pretend to own what's in my head. You may have it. I make this sacrifice like my great granddaddy did. Like my granddaddy. Like my father. The corn moved suddenly. And like a proper gentleman, what game had the decency to not make him look upon it before his screams frightened the birds away? Everyone would say that much like his granddaddy and great-granddaddy and daddy before him, the pressures of family life became too much. And he, like the men of his family, ran out with alcohol in the bottle to drink their sorrows away and probably start some type of new family with new people to betray and all that. And the Lord had mercy on widows and orphans, that their farm became clean and free of vermin once more. That the Lord, having mercy, caused their family to prosper. Only his oldest son suspected and wondered if he had seen his future. Everyone cried, but only his oldest son mourned. It might have been a lord or something that caused it, but not the one they were talking about in that book. Oh no, family. His oldest son, Harry, went out looking, and all he could find were tracks leading to Avery County. So, Ruby, Basil, Ivy, and Charlie in the house after giving your gift of silver shoes. What would you like to do?
Crying's a free action, right?
Not in this game.
Damn it, right. I think Basil is just sitting there in shock. She does not know what to say or do.
Okay, Basil. Here's some coffee.
I'm not sure where to begin.
How about you tell us where you got them shoes?
I'm not sure.
You don't know who sent those to you?
Well, I've been getting some weird little warnings like everywhere we've gone lately.
Mm-hmm.
How do I put this the nice way? Well, Charlie's creepy friend warned me that people were looking for me. Then Kate warned me that people were looking for me. And then that Jezebel that we may or may not have blown up her house had told people where I was. And now I'm receiving things related to my past. That's something else.
Okay, who's looking for you? Who do we need to keep an eye out for?
Someone who wanted to wed me, whom I did not want to wed.
Okay, Basil.
He's a spineless coward of a man, and I don't know how he would have the power to do this. I mean, money can buy you a lot of things, but I come from a lot more money than he came from, and I'm starting to think it wasn't the money that kept me safe, but something else.
Okay. So this spineless man, this spineless coward of a man, does he have a name?
George?
George. Okay.
George.
There. See. We can't help you unless you give us information, and you are giving us information, but it's not the full information. So we can't help you if we don't know everything that's happening, basically.
How familiar were you with high society in New York?
I think she would have been pretty familiar with, given her connections to
The mafia.
mafia. Yeah.
Did your jerk ever, I don't know, try to muscle in on a perfume company?
I don't know. Would he have?
Did he ever give you really nice perfume?
I'm
Perhaps
sure
from
he probably would have.
You might have.
maybe from Arnold F.R. and Company.
Matt, yes or no?
I mean, if you feel like they would have given you nice perfume, yeah, they would have given you that company. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's my daddy's company.
Oh.
All right, from the start. My real name is Dorothy Arnold,
Okay.
and I went missing in like 1910.
On
was-
purpose?
What?
On purpose?
Yeah. Okay, look, I wanted to be a writer. I wasn't very good at it, so I just liked to go to study and read. And so I went to school and I met this boy and I fell in love with this boy. And well, the story is that he was in love with a governess and the marriage was rejected and he jumped. However, I'm pretty sure George killed him.
Oh.
And so then George tried to start, making his intentions clear. And I was not interested, but I was pretty sure that he killed the one I was interested in. So, we thought, well, maybe I just disappeared. And so I did.
Who's we?
My mama and papa.
Okay. So your mama and papa know that you've not actually disappeared. Did they know where you were?
No, I do send them texts. I mean, I send them the wires to let them know I'm alive. And I send it to them every morning so that they know if something happens to blame it on George. Because we kind of already blamed it on George. We may or may not have made it look like I was interested in marrying him. And then we may or may not have fudged some documents and had some people act like they were me and act like they were him and rent hotels in the same city so that when I went missing, it would look like maybe he did something to me.
Basil,
Yes.
I understand that this George may have at least some blood on his hands, but in the year or so I've known you, with how scared you look right now, it's not just George that's making you this scared.
That's the thing. I'm starting to kind of like question everything that happened since I ran away. Because like I thought, oh, I'm hiding because of the money, and money can do a lot of things, and that's why nobody's found me. But how many debutantes do you know go from being a debutante to a firefighter in like a span of a day? Like how am I so good at that? And then why am I so good at other things? And then like how has it taken the Pinkertons, who are very, very good at what they do, like 10 years to find me?
Do you know the
I wonder
answer?
now, because like the Wizard of Oz and like all these references that we're getting from the Wizard of Oz, is it like everything I know about my past is a lie? And like, you know, the way that these birds like me and the way that nature responds to me, like,
Are you saying that you think you're Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz?
I'm thinking, not that I'm Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, although that is playing in heavily. It's just like, okay, so, you know, I get sent silver slippers and I get a message from Kate saying they're looking for Toto's owner. And then, like, you know, there's this weird tea going around, and like tea is like, you know, and then like people are working in the fields and they're forgetting like they're in the poppy fields of Wizard of Oz or something. And then you're saying that there's like crows on the roof, and then there's crows in the book.
Charlie, at some point during that, leans over to Ivy and goes, well, "What's the Wizard of Oz?"
I don't know. Some book.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mm.
I should spend more time in the library, I guess.
I prefer the Call of the Wild.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
I think I may or may not have made that promise in the deeps of the earth to make sure that George lived a pitiful, ridiculous life and had no heirs and lost all his money.
Okay, so this man wants to marry you.
Yes, but I don't know why. Like, okay, fine, like, I get it. You got money, you want to marry money, but like when she disappears, why are you still looking for her to marry her? Like, you can get another woman, go get another woman. You got money.
Mhm.
Yes, you're a dick, but go. You got money. It ain't stopped women before.
Well, I mean, Marco was still looking for me.
Yeah, but you were something special.
Eh.
Like, you can play with foxes, and the foxes act like you freaking their god, and then like you have this way of weaving words to make people listen to you. And
I wasn't always like this, Basil. I
well,
mean,
come on now.
Charlie could tell you I was an awkward girl back then.
But it did not stop from like a very, very powerful man wanting you. And then, look, here's the thing, okay? Nothing special.
You're
why
more special
still
than you
choose
think,
me?
Basil.
But that's what I'm starting to think, and now I'm confused because now I'm worried that there's something going on in me that I don't know, and there's something in my lineage or something that I don't know about.
So, sorry.
No,
There's someone
go.
else going to say something? Okay. So hold on. Let's. I'm trying to keep up, Basil. With what now you know and you don't know. So, do you remember being a firefighter?
Yes.
Okay.
But I mean, I like went from like, oh, I'm a debutante and I drink tea and coffee and ooh, we have little lunches with these little fingers, to being able to really, really well control a forest fire.
Do you remember your training for that then?
What?
Do you remember your training? Firefighters go through a lot of
Wasn't
training.
trained. I was like, oh, this looks like fun. I'll go do this. And then I was really good at it. And then they were like, ooh, she's a witch. Let's leave her and she can die. And that's how I lost my leg. Oh, shit. I fought fire for, oh, God, am I the Wicked Witch?
No. Well, I mean, I could pour water on you and then could see if you melt.
I mean,
Charlie just looks at Ruby. What? Never mind. I'll ask later.
I just
I mean, so you I'm just gonna ask this, Basil. You're absolutely sure you didn't maybe do a transaction with
What kind of
somebody?
transaction?
Charlie looks her dead in the eye. What kind of transaction do you think I'm talking about?
Look, I may be very good at blackmail, but I am a lady.
Fair enough. I'm just saying, you're not the only one here who
No,
became special overnight.
I was never in any kind of transaction that
Alright.
I am aware of with any sort of entity or with that dick. Literally and figuratively.
well, do you know where George is right now?
What apparently looking for me, and I don't know, and I don't know if he sent me this or who he's working with sent me this or who he's working with or why the fuck there are crows on our roof, but I'm starting to think that there's a wizard involved.
The Wizard of Oz.
Well, you know,
I mean,
it
Is there
would not
any-
be the weirdest shit that happened if that book was not based in reality somehow.
yeah. But is there any way you can ask your parents to see if they know where you're
They don't know where I am to wire me back because it's safer for them not to know.
okay. Can you like send them a message saying, "Hey, George is on the move. Somebody found me."
I kind of already told them that the last time because, like, the last time I got messages like, "Oh, hey, they looking for you," and this bitch told them where you are.
Okay. So we need to up security or something because, like, the girls don't remember the day.
Well, yeah, and that's like, okay, you're out working in the fields. Are you now the scarecrows without a brain? Or did you lay down in the fields and the poppy fields and there's something wrong in our fields and we need to go fix it? I don't know.
Oh,
All right. Can you give us a physical description of George? We'll make sure that all the girls know what he looks like, and we can also keep our eyes out and keep our eyes out in town to see if he actually comes to town.
and I can tell Bianca to let the foxes know and keep their eyes out.
Trying to see if I actually had a description of him. I think I have to look it up. Blah, that's what he looks like. The one thing I didn't look up.
I mean, I get that he's nothing particularly interesting to look at, but hair color, does he wear glasses, anything?
I mean, it's been like 10 years.
Okay.
For all I know, he could be bald by now. I hope he's bald by now.
All right.
Is Bianca hanging around anywhere?
I could read your mind.
You want to read my mind? Are you going to lose an entire day if you read my mind?
I hope
I don't
not.
think so. You haven't been taking any weird teas, have you?
No.
Then I should be fine.
He's there. I'm so confused. All right, look, he's an older man. He's got sideburns. He always wears that stupid little hat that's like rounded on the top, and he always dresses like he's so distinguished. But she's
Like a bowler hat?
yeah, that. Got sideburns. He occasionally wears glasses when he wants to look like he's smart, which he's not. He's a wee bit older than me.
A wee bit being how much?
About like 10, 15 years older than me.
Oh.
So if there is hair, there's probably some gray, I'm thinking.
Like 10 years ago, I think it was brown.
Right.
Didn't really ever pay him much attention because, frankly, he was creepy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bianca, you getting all this? Bianca.
Well,
Yeah, Bianca's got a small
gave
little
her a day
sketch
off,
pad
you
out.
know.
Sorry, my subjects kept me up late last night.
Oh, did you have fun?
Well, ruling is never fun, darling. But
Oh.
it
Depends
was.
what you rule over. Oh wait, can't hear what you're saying.
It's a duty, and I fulfill it with utmost gracious.
You are perfect at what you do. Just curious if you guys have noticed anything different in the fields lately, like today.
There is an unease.
Unease.
Indeed. Things approach. The beasts run here, but more through to get to what's next. They will not tell us what is wrong.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Just have your subjects keep ear and eye out. And nose to the ground.
All we were able, they only just tell us that the 3 are coming.
The 3 are coming.
I don't know what they mean.
Okay. Thank you, Bianca.
No, it's,
The 3 are coming. Is that,
What the hell does that mean?
I don't know, but there are different beasts running through, leaving, cutting through here to get away from something. They say that the only thing that Bianca and the others can get out of them is the 3 are coming.
3? What 3? Who the fuck is he working with? Why is he working with people? Why are they working with him?
Only thing that I can think of is the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, no, he was not that kind of a man.
Okay.
Unless there's an evil satanic Holy Trinity.
Ivy, have you ever heard of anything called the 3?
Nope, I have not.
What about you, Charlie?
I know several relatively popular musical trios, but I'm guessing that that's not what's coming. That's scaring the wildlife.
Probably not. Okay. Like,
Oh, we're getting information. We're getting at least a little something.
yeah. And Ivy, you're gonna try and read Basil's mind, see if you could glean anything.
Go for it.
Oh, we're doing okay. Before that, Ivy, is there anything from this day that you want to make sure we tell you afterwards? You don't want to forget.
Yeah, if I melt, and she pours a bucket of water over herself.
you are wet.
It does not look like you're melting.
Nope.
Well, okay, so you're not the Wicked Witch. Are you Glinda?
Probably.
Who's
On
Glenda?
drugs?
She's a good witch.
I'm a good witch. Okay. Let's read your mind, Basil. Sit down. Tell me everything you need.
Hey, go for it. Is it even harder for her to do it if I just say go right ahead?
I mean, yes, you get her a mind. What are you looking for?
Everything I can that she remembers about this old person. So I'm trying to make her remember, and then I'm trying to focus those memories.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say there's nothing that she's forgotten.
What do you want me to look for, Ruby?
If maybe he had any connections to anybody or any other companies or anything like that she could remember, that she may not remember but remember.
Okay, Basil, when you were in his office and you were sitting there for long periods of times and your eyes wandered, what
I was never in
papers?
his office.
Damn it! How many times did you hang out with him?
Language, Ivy,
Once
language.
with his cousin, because I was interested in his cousin.
Did his cousin say anything about about this George person? Like if the family was involved with anybody in particular?
I mean, I know that they were headed to Italy when I went missing.
Oh, don't tell me he's got ties with Marco.
I don't know. I'm a little bit scared that it might be that. But then again, that's two birds with one stone.
Charlie,
Yeah.
do you know anybody from New York?
Probably met. I mean, I guess more people who are going to New York, moving through.
Do you have an
Memphis
ex that wants to come kidnap you and take you back from New York?
He's not an ex. I never dated him.
It's still logistics here. We're just talking about logistics.
You know what? It
I'd
seems
never-
like there's a theme.
There was never anyone serious enough
Mhm.
to be an ex, Ivy.
Now you say serious enough. Did they think that?
Yeah, she's got a point there.
That's true.
Charlie sighs. Says, I was actually very careful about that, Ivy.
I was just gonna try to say if it could have been, that would make sense for the three. All your exes are coming back for you.
Oh, son of a bitch, why'd you have to put that thought into my head? I'm not going to sleep for the next week.
I love
Right.
that. I mean, you make a good point.
That's why I'm single.
Couldn't be your age, could it?
Nope.
Okay.
All
Charlie,
right, I got a stupid question.
All right. What is it?
Should I go and have a drink with Charlie's friend who understood that something was going on and said I needed to give them a drink?
Probably.
No,
No. Oh,
no.
okay.
I would. He's a last resort.
So how much has to go wrong before he's the resort?
I don't think we know enough about what the heck's coming or what's going on.
Well, one of them is a rich douchebag. I don't know who the other two are.
I'm just saying that
I know you're right, Charlie. I'm just panicking.
Maybe it's him, his father, and like some sort of ghost.
Oh, great. Just a ghost. Random, everyday ghost. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if that motherfucker brings back his cousin just to fucking taunt me, I will murder him in cold blood.
I thought you were going to do that anyways.
No, I was going to make sure that his life was a piece of shit.
Mm.
No
Oh,
murder was involved.
hold on. Up to this point, everything that he looks at Ruby and Basil, everything that the two of you've been talking about with all of this is coming from some book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there a 3 in the book?
Well, there's the wizard, the wicked witch, and the good witch.
Oh, but that's not it. That's not all. You got the scarecrow, the lion, and the tin man.
Yep, that's a 3 too.
What kind of book is this?
Oh,
You know,
it's
it is
it's
a
so
fantasy book, but I'm starting to question whether or not the fantasy part is accurate.
Yeah, it's really good. I'll have to have you. I'll have to let you borrow my copy, Charlie.
Sounds like I may need to.
Yeah, this girl, like Basil said earlier, it's a book about a girl named Dorothy. She got into some trouble, and she got swept in. I guess she lived in Kansas,
Yeah.
and
Kansas.
she got swept up in one of them tornadoes and went to this fantasy world.
After she tried to run away.
After she tried to run away, she got swept up in this fantasy world called Oz, and she met 3 people: the Scarecrow, who was missing his
No
brain, the Tin Man, who was missing his heart, and then the Cowardly Lion, who had no courage. And they were off to see the wizard, who was going to be able to fix them and send her back home.
Oh God, I don't want to go home.
So those 3 were so those 3 were helping, but
Yeah.
Right. And oh,
They
gee,
were-
look, I got 3 helpers. Oh fuck.
I was about to say that they were helping, but they were helping to escort her to someone who could take her back home.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, you're right. So this
I've
is just a
gotten-
fucked up version of Oz.
I'm just
Well,
looking
in
for
that
any
case,
kind of.
Grissom could be any of the 3 because he's got no heart, he's got no brains, and well, frankly, he ain't got no courage.
So the only problem is we don't know who the other 2 would be.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just pulling any threads we got here.
Pull away.
So we know So we know that something's happening to the girls that went out into the field.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like the
They're-
memories are erased. They're like their brain, and the field is where Dorothy found the Scarecrow.
Right. No, I'm talking about the poppy field though, where like they lay down and then they forgot everything and were just in bliss, and then they were all willy wonky like a drug.
Yeah. Wonder if there are any poppies out there. Oh God, I hope not.
I'm not gonna go check. Usually, I love a good adventure, but I'm good. I'll stay right here.
Bianca, can you send somebody to go check and see if there are any poppies out there in the fields? Please.
Or any scarecrows that weren't there before.
Of course, ma'am. I will go. Your queen serves you. Let's see. Excellent.
Oh, I'll keep an eye on her as she at the door. I'll keep an eye on her.
All right. She begins wandering the fields. It's a large property.
Yeah. Oh, she'll probably be out there for a while. She's checking it out. Okay. So we know that three people are coming, or 3
Right.
things are coming.
Right.
We know that this George person is looking for you. We know that because something having to do with the Wizard of Oz is happening to the girls.
Right.
And we know it has something to do with this tea. She points to the jar.
Yeah.
So now we got to figure out we got to find, in order to figure out what happened to Jesse and possibly get Ivy's memory back, we need to find these Moonstone tears.
Right.
So is that where we want to start? Is the Moonstone tears, and maybe just close everything down for a little bit?
I mean, yeah. I don't want to go back to the diner because they sent this to the diner,
Mm-hmm.
which is where I'm living. I don't want to go back to the diner anytime soon. I'm not going alone if I do go.
Really don't want you going anywhere alone if there's people.
No, I don't really want to. No, I'm good. I don't want to go either alone anywhere, ever again.
Okay. So you said
Never gonna give my time right now, y'all.
So you said these moonstone tears are in the mines?
They should be. That's where there's a crevice that could went up to the sky. They after a while form in the mines. That's what I learned.
Okay. Do we want to go and check out the mines anytime and see if we can find anything?
I can't form a reasonable thought, so I'll just do whatever you guys want to do.
Charlie, Ivy, what are your thoughts?
I think that probably is a good idea.
Charlie?
No. I mean, I guess it's the only real lead we have. I don't like the idea of leaving the girls here by themselves, but
No, neither. Well, a trip to the mines shouldn't take more than, what, a night?
depends on what we find down there.
Yeah.
Why do you have to say it?
You
that
found a
way?
mine that wasn't in this town yet. It was another town.
It was another town. We got to leave the county again. But
All right, that I'm less enthusiastic.
I'm less feel like with everything we've done for Avery County, it might just be a little bit safer for us to stay here.
yeah, but God, how are we gonna figure this out if we don't get more information? That's the problem.
Matt,
Mhm.
would you allow Ivy to use her experience point to get a vision, but she's going to try to channel by giving away her vision to Basil?
Oh Lord.
What do
So
you
what-
what do you what do
I
you
want
want
to-
to something to do?
I pretty much want to give Basil the power to have a vision, but I'm willing to spend my experience point on it, and if intellect points if I have to.
What type of vision?
Something to help our direction because it seems like we're lost at the moment. So
Well, I mean, there was something that Basil
narrow.
doesn't. Yeah, Basil doesn't want to go into town, but do we know if that applies to the rest of us? Like maybe one or two of us can go into town and try to figure out if there's people, strangers that have been seen and things like that. I mean, you can do that as well, Josh. There is at least something else we can try as well, maybe to get more information.
yeah, we can do both. Well,
Yeah.
For the record, Basil will follow you anywhere. She's just having a panic attack.
and Ivy sees this, and that's why she's thinking maybe I can focus her and
Yeah.
get her brain aligned on the path and not kind of everywhere right now.
The big thing with that is basically sort of telling me as the GM to kind of give you the next thing, as opposed to you narratively figuring out, which is fine. It's just I do think if you guys want to figure out other ways to do it.
So I mean, I don't know how so I kind of know how this new ability works, but I'm not 100% sure how it works in this situation. But I think Charlie would be thinking of going into town and, as the ability calls it, asking around.
Okay.
And he knows the area, he knows people to talk to, and trying to get a sense of if there's strangers that have come to town.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to regret saying it. But I go with you to go talk to the church ladies, Charlie, because they are better gossips than anyone in the entire freaking county.
Well, that's up to you,
No.
Basil. That's up to you, Basil, if you want to leave the house.
Yeah, I can't spend the rest of my life sitting in a house. That's part of the reason I didn't want to get married.
Makes sense.
So like, I feel like sitting here and doing nothing means that he wins anyways. And I'd rather have a fighting chance than just let him win.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with the fact that I'm stubborn.
Not at all. I mean, we can all go. I'm not. If they've found where you are, I am also wondering if they've got a sense of us.
Probably.
And therefore, I'm not sure I would like the idea of the four of us splitting up.
Yeah. Now, do we want to wait until the morning to
It
go
is
to town?
morning.
I
isn't
don't
it?
know.
No,
Wait.
it's evening.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck time it is. I've deja vu'd out of it.
Yeah, the girls
Yeah.
have already have just come back from the fields.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we'd probably better to hunker down tonight, and maybe we can go talk to the church ladies tomorrow, or just ask around, see if we can get a sense of.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think of that, Ivy?
Yeah. I'm probably not gonna go inside or near the church. But
Is
I
there
like
a,
the idea.
Is there a reason you are avoiding the church?
I mean, you know, they like to talk a lot, and if you haven't noticed, I've changed more drastically than most of us.
I mean, they've already seen that you got the funky eye, so
And burns and missing a finger. You know,
Okay.
and my family already has lore about being magical and that type of
You're
thing.
right,
I don't want to
you're right,
make it worse.
right.
Yeah.
You can be our lookout while we're talking to the.
Oh, I was going to say, like, Ivy and I could go talking to other people. The church ladies don't like me. You know that, Basil.
What part of Charlie's saying we should not split up made you decide we should go split up?
We're still going to be in town. I'm thinking that maybe Ivy and I could go to the Banana Split and talk to some of them in the Banana Split.
Look, here's the thing, and I'm gonna be quite honest.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got a lot of coping mechanisms, and that's fine. And I'm fine if this fucker wants to come after me, but if one of y'all get hurt in the process of protecting me, I cannot mentally handle that.
Okay.
And I kind of think with everything they're doing, they kind of know me, and I kind of feel like you guys are bigger targets than me because I feel like they're going to go after you to break me.
Okay. So, how about Ivy and me? We can stand outside and keep an eye out. While you and Charlie go in and talk.
I'm better with that.
At what point was it decided that the church ladies would rather talk to me?
Oh, they think they're going to plan your wedding. Just shut up. Let's go.
According to, okay, in their eyes, you're a lot better looking. They like to look at you. They don't like to look at me. And I don't disagree.
I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm going to tell you it. They kind of ship you two anyway, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that wasn't who I was. All right.
Look, we'll go talk to whoever you want to talk to as long as we all go and nobody goes alone.
All right, that sounds fine. That's good with me.
So does that mean you're all coming to class with me in the morning?
Yes.
I guess so.
I'll
That's gonna
teach
be
them a whole
interesting.
lesson about fauna.
Okay.
I don't know what I can teach them.
You know,
Well, you
I'm
could
so
teach
messed
them a
up
lot
right
of
now,
things,
I'm not
maybe.
even going to make the comment that I would normally make. Let's go.
We're going to bed first.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's late. Basil, you really need to go to sleep. You didn't get much sleep last night.
I'm kind of scared to sleep.
Okay.
Don't be scared, Basil. I'll be
Yeah.
next to you.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, you are scarier than most monsters, so all right.
Oh my. Okay. It's all right. You know what?
Can I sleep with a shotgun? Is that safe?
You know what? Here.
Gosh, I
sugar.
sent something that Ivy was able to get in their vision, like very briefly, going through the thousands of things that Basil might have seen. She didn't realize she saw, but we can get to continue.
Yeah, I mean, if you could sleep with it next to the bed, it's
I'm going to do that.
okay. Just don't sleep with it in your bed. That's just weird.
I make
Well,
no promises.
Okay.
Except that I am not leaving this home alone. And also, our girls will knock you unconscious if they think you're in danger, which is a good thing to know.
Oh. Okay. I don't want to know how you know that, but
'Cause I
okay.
told them if something went weird with me to knock my ass out, and they were all for it.
Lovely.
Your name's Dorothy Harriet Camille Arnold?
Yes. Wait, how the fuck do you know that when all I gave you was Dorothy Arnold?
I saw things when I went into your mind.
Okay.
Also, I think I know a little bit. You're owned.
Excuse me, I'm what?
Like, you got sold. You got bought.
What?
Yep.
How do you get bought? How do you get sold?
sold?
What?
Who? When? Where? Why?
Does a
How?
Nathaniel Walker or Francis Arnold? Does Francis sound familiar? Is that your daddy?
Francis was my father.
He's a
Is
dick.
my father.
Sorry for the language, Charlie.
Okay, what
It's
happened
all right.
He sold his daughter.
to
The
who?
line, blood, and spawn to Nathaniel Walker. Hey, the lot. That's the railroad that's in town, isn't it?
Oh shit! Yeah, Lock and Barrel, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Sold to the railroad company.
you're owned by the railroad company? Oh,
Oh, your daddy did that to you.
I-
Why are daddy's dicks?
mine's not.
Question's still open on mine. I didn't know him.
Well, did he sell you to an evil railroad company?
Didn't live long enough.
That's just sad.
Mm.
Also, I want to go to New York now and kick my daddy in the ass. What?
What the fuck?
Oh no!
Yeah. There's a bill of sale. You're owned. There ain't need to be a wedding or at all. You just property.
Son of a bitch, that was like when I was born.
Oh, he sold you when you were born?
Oh,
That's even worse.
What the? What the fuck? You know, I knew I loved my mama more. I just didn't know why.
Oh
Told me the day I was born.
no. Okay, above table. Paula, did you let Matt write your backstory?
Above panel,
No.
Dorothy Arnold is someone who actually disappeared in 1910, and no one knows what happened to her.
Oh wow.
So everything like George Grisham, that's the guy they thought did it. He did have a cousin who killed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did that she said, you fill in, you make it creepy. And
I love that.
Right. So it does.
So this is an actual
All right.
newspaper from the time.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
what's the bill of sale?
Yeah.
No, I meant my picture.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Your daddy is dead. He's worse than my daddy.
He's a
My
dick.
daddy, my daddy just wanted just. My daddy didn't sell me. He just wanted to marry me off.
What the fuck?
Did we ever figure out if Marco's connected to the real world?
Oh no, we didn't. I don't know if he is or not.
Because that would make sense if, like, we're thinking about the three Nathaniels, obviously.
Now the Baron of the Railroad's probably one of the three.
Well, think about it. Nathaniel would be like the heart because he obviously wants you back because you're his property. If Marco was involved, he could be the brawn because he's like the mob guy in New York.
Yeah.
So that would leave which one?
Grissom as the brains.
The brains.
Yep.
Oh man, I really don't want to have to deal with Marco right now. I really just. He needs to be dealt with. I know he needs to be dealt with.
I'll switch you. You want to deal with being sold?
No, I don't want to deal with being sold.
Wait, if I've been sold, does that mean Tom can't have me because the railroad wants me more?
Probably.
First of all, also, what the fuck do they mean my blood and my spawn? I don't have any spawn.
Oh,
Not
but
yet.
if you buried him, then you would get spawn.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh.
How do we
kind of
break
looked at Charlie.
How do we break this contract? Like, can we break it? Like, there's always a loophole. There's got to be a loophole. There's always a loophole, right?
I mean, yeah, there technically is at the bottom. Thinking about it, because it
What's
does
that?
say the buyer accepts the receipt of the bill of sale and understands that the above described item is being sold in condition and does not come with any guarantees or warranties. So, if we were able to figure a way to like kill you and then bring you back to life, yes.
Or I could just make it so I can never have children.
How do you make it to where you can never have children?
Honey, you were in New York and you ain't ever figured that one out?
I mean, yeah, there are procedures, but
Yes.
they don't have those at-home procedures.
I mean, I bet I could figure out how to do it.
You're going to do that to yourself.
Yes.
Oh. At-home hysterectomy, here we come. No.
Yes. Why
That,
not? That's
because
the
that,
first thing we have done.
that only validates that if he doesn't want you, because if he still wants you, he still owns you.
Son of a bitch.
I mean,
And he said that,
if-
I mean,
yeah.
Well,
I
what
don't
other
know.
use would I be?
Well, I mean, we could
I
make you
don't-
disappear.
I mean,
'Cause they can't
I
find
just
you.
Remove my whole system.
excuse me.
What if we plan the perfect murder and we all of a sudden you disappear and then we change your whole appearance and the new person comes to town?
Okay, see, I've done this once before and it didn't work.
Well,
Well,
it worked for
it works
10
like-
years, right? That'll give you another 10 years, and maybe by then you'll
Exactly.
be infertile.
How old do you think I am?
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Honestly, I should be infertile by now. But all right.
85.
She's not 40. She's 35.
Hey, no. Okay. Hold on there.
Gotta go back in time, Courtney.
Hold on there.
Because in the 80s, they told my mom I'd be stupid because she was 36 when she had back in time.
That's true. Okay, never mind. All right, so. Oh, man.
this actually could work because my mom disappeared. We still haven't found her. You could replace my mom, technically, for a while.
I
It would work.
Gonna marry you? Oh, you could marry her daddy. Then you're off the market.
That would work too.
ran away because I didn't want to get married.
Okay, but just because you're married doesn't mean you have to be married. But it would give you, it would take you off the market, right?
Look, they already kidnapped her daddy, and sorry, it might be too soon, but killed her mama. What makes you think they wouldn't kill him to get to me? And
I
then
mean-
I'm on the market again.
Well,
I'd burn them.
I'm trying
You know,
here,
Ivy, I know we
Basil.
banned dynamite, but I'm all right with you using some dynamite.
I know you are.
I'm trying here, Basil, and you're not making this easy.
I'm trying to be logical.
I
That is
am
the
too.
one thing I am good at.
Yeah. I mean,
Charlie, been very quiet.
yeah.
I think we lost him when we
What?
started talking about Aunt Homeless to hysterectomies.
All right. All of you take an experience point.
Oh God.
That sounds
Oh
dangerous.
no.
What if I say no because that sounds dangerous?
What is has Bianca come
No, no,
back?
are you going to spend 4 experience points to refuse the GM intuition?
No, I'll take it for now. Feel like I might need it to a later one.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even have have Ruby's sheet pulled up yet. All right, there it is.
I did because it has my whole backstory on it.
All right.
All right. In that case, a very, say as you're in the house, the windows begin to rattle. Strong.
I swear to God, if this is a tornado, I'm just gonna go out and do it.
And there's a rapping on the door, loud and quick. And then the wind stops. You hear something fall. Let's see.
Y'all ever play the game Not It? Not It.
The windows in the front are covered. What looks like yellow dust.
Oh, I swear
And
to
the
God.
smell of rotten eggs fills the house.
Oh. I'm at the front door because I was trying to keep an eye out for Bianca, and so I can't see out the window.
No.
Should I open it?
No!
Oh, what about Bianca? She was out there.
Fine. I aim the shotgun at the front door. Go ahead, open it.
Oh no. She kind of steps off to the side, turns the door handle, and pulls it open and lets it open up.
Absolutely. You turn. More of this comes in.
Oh,
The yellow dust, the smell. There's a finely handmade broom that rests.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
You can see this path of Yella going down the steps upon the stones of your nice little walkway, leading only about 2 feet wide, like a little path. And there, way at the edge off of what you would call your own, you can see a silhouette of a woman. Fancy dress, large brim, fancy hand, like she's going to a cocktail party. Standing, sun behind her, waiting.
Basil.
Nope, nope.
It's
You
for
think
you.
Do you think it's too late to send a wire to Mr. Frank Barm and ask him if the book was real?
Oh man, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay. So going on the hypothesis that this is real, that would be the Wicked Witch, and that would be the road we're supposed to follow. I don't wanna.
Charlie will sort of sigh, check that he's got his harmonica in his pocket, sling his guitar around his shoulder, and just look at Basil and say, "Nah, I ain't never known Basil or Dorothy to be scared of nothing. You want to stay in the house the rest of your life?"
You son of a bitch, Charlie. Fine. Let's go, Cowardly Lion.
He looks at the others. Unless anyone's got a better idea.
I don't.
Ivy sticks her head out the door. Are you the Wicked Witch?
Well, excuse me. Well, Miss Ivy, last time I saw you, you didn't come up past my knee. Why'd you coming out here? We can have a talk.
All right, not so funny now, is it?
Okay.
Oh, what?
Damn it, Ivy.
Ivy. Okay, I'm stepping out. Stepping out.
Yeah, if
Step
any of
out.
them step out, Charlie goes with them.
I'm stepping
Yeah.
out.
As you come out, especially
Basil closes the door just because she's paranoid the girls will get in trouble.
yeah, especially you, Basil, you recognize this brimstone sofa has made its way to the door.
Now you aren't here to harm any of us, are you? As Ruby goes ahead and does calm stranger, just in case.
All right. So this is quite a walk you got to make to the edge.
Yeah.
But you do.
I'm gonna pick up her broom because I'm stupid.
Well,
I think you left something on our door.
was only polite since I was making quite a mess. My name is Hester Blackwood.
Hester Blackwood. What do we owe the pleasure, Miss Blackwood?
My services have been acquired by the Barrow and Lock Railroad and Coal Combine.
Of course they have.
me and my associates come in a kind of first wave, one might say, before they commit any additional resources. I'm here for one Dorothy Campbell.
Well, sorry, no Dorothy Campbell here.
Your blood says differently.
Son of a bitch. I was really afraid of that.
And I make myself known to the Witch Ivy in accordance with the ways. And I hereby request that Dorothy be turned over before any more foulness occurs.
Ivy looks over at Basil. You see her hand slip across four-leaf clover. I'm using my experience point because I'm superstitious and I can turn your GM intrusion into a player thing to benefit. So Ivy hears this and is going to take a total chance here, as we mentioned it earlier, and not knowing what our play is, she goes, "I'm sorry, but Basil has been betrothed to another."
Well, interesting.
I'm trying to buy us time, pretty much.
Right. We're going to kind of play this out, see where we're going. I know it's your intrusion, so I want to honor it a little bit, but we got to... She goes, I've been sent to retrieve. Nothing is said about the marital condition of the property in which I'm meant to gather.
Why?
I don't know.
And if you were to hurt somebody on my land, I cannot hold back what is to be fallen on you.
Oh, I
So,
know.
what choices we have left in front of us, feel free to make. But no, she is not spoken for by herself on these lands.
Huh.
Your railroad only stays so far on the county line, doesn't it?
Understand, I am simply a hireling in this process.
Do you often take jobs where they don't give you enough information to do your job? Why?
My understanding is I'm simply one who's here to recover property. You were given fair and square. Your father received his payment. And in all anonymity, you were allowed to roam for a time until you were needed.
What am I needed for?
I can't know for certain, but in the matters of Barrow, for which young man is deeply affiliated with, blood is blood.
So this is all about lineage.
In a way.
Fair enough. Basil's gonna shoot herself in the stomach.
Oh,
Gotta slow this down. So you take out. So you had a
Well, I had the
shotgun.
shotgun out. I had the
Yeah,
shotgun.
yeah, but let's just the sheer
that's what
logistics.
yeah, logistics of a shotgun to the stomach.
I'll find a way to do it.
I want to say this is kind of everyone going at once. This kind of is happening. What's the reactions of everyone?
So wait, so Basil's actually going to try to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie's going to try to stop her.
How so? Just get the picture here. She kind of wields this.
He'll try to grab it and point it at himself instead.
Oh fuck.
This like a roll off.
Yeah, I would say. Well, so we'll see this. You're trying to do the thing. They're trying to prevent it. So we're going to give the die to Charlie.
So I'm not rolling.
I think I want to do this. Okay, we'll do it this way. So we got
It's
tier
not
2,
really-
and we're going to go ahead and Charlie, what are you putting towards this? This would be kind of speed or might.
I mean, speed, I guess. Speed, I guess.
All right. Are you going to do effort then, or no? I'm just asking if you want to put effort towards the task.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Oh no, is that if anyone else is trying to do anything?
I'm thinking, I'm gonna try and yeah, I'm going to try and calm Stranger. If I see Basil pointing that gun at herself, I'm gonna try and calm Stranger at Basil.
All right. Anything from Ivy?
Ivy is going to hinder our opponent as she looks to the lady that came for Basil, because she's still not sure what she's going to do, even though Basil's doing this. So she is going to drop to the ground, and Ivy puts her hands in the dirt and starts telepathically communicating with the worms to kind of surround her feet and lower to make her stuck.
Ooh.
Because it's my control swarm ability now.
Very
I can
Nice.
telepathically command for 10 minutes common insects in large enough numbers to swarm about a single creature and hinder its attacks.
All right. So as all that happens, Basil,
Mhm.
I would say because what everyone's doing, this gets it up to a 27 or higher on a d20
Okay.
to attempt to
Well-
do this. So I don't know how much you want to try to make that happen.
Well, I'd like to foil Danger first and foil Charlie. I'll spend the 2 intellect points to do it.
Well, so your action is this.
Oh, my action
Which
is
you
this?
should-
Okay.
Yeah, so you can't necessarily
So-
add abilities on top of your deal.
But can I can lower it, is what you're saying.
You could lower it, but you have 2 effort. If you did 2 effort, that would still only get to 21. And technically, you're hindered anyway because it was a shotgun, so you're at the 30. So I'm not
And
sure you're doing.
Charlie also gives a free
Asset.
asset
I
a
was already
day.
thinking about using it.
I think it's his choice, though. Phil has just said we're going to say you have it. So, but anyway, so trying to do that. It's still not going to get you quite there.
Right.
So I think this might be just like it goes, but it gets stopped.
All right.
I think it's two people working against you, doing already a very difficult task.
Yeah.
That's-
All right. But she does not want to be a part of this. She is desperate.
Ruby,
So Charlie will, because Charlie is trained in talking to someone in despair. Charlie is going to, he's going to grab hold of the shotgun. And I mean, we're all standing there, so I don't know if there's anything, I don't know if he can even talk softly enough for the woman not to hear.
Right.
But and he's going to say, you listen right here, Basil. When we had to go into a God-forsaken prison to get Iva's father back, we had to go all the way halfway across Appalachia to try to make sure that Ruby's ex didn't come and try to collect. And all the damn fool things I've done. As much as you like to whinge about it, you have stood by us and not allowed us to destroy ourselves. So if you think for one cotton-picking minute that I'm going to let you do that, you got another thing coming. Because if I gotta, whatever it is I gotta do to make up for how much you've been screwed over by the people who should have been protecting you, I'm gonna do it. We ain't doing it like this. And you can smack me later if you want.
I'm not gonna smack you, Charlie. She's gonna look at that woman and be like, don't think for a second that I am gonna go with you, Melanie. And don't think for a second that if you do get me, that I will be alive by the time you get me where I need to be.
I understand that this seems rather unfortunate to you. But there are ways to undo about anything you can think of doing to yourself. Costly ways, to be certain. However, Barrow and Locke have deep pockets. She turns to Ruby. Now, This one is on your land. I ask that you deny her succor and shelter.
You mean you turned to Ivy?
Ruby. This is
Oh,
Ruby's
dude,
house.
Ruby's
Yeah,
land.
it's Ruby's land. Yeah. I appreciate the courtesy of asking, but it won't happen. Everybody on who is on my land right now is here for a reason. This is a place of safety.
And I would not want to see the women harmed, and what it must be done if the property I'm after is being held knowingly by another.
Just know this. Just know this. I won't let anything happen to anybody on this property. You leave my girls alone, including Basil. You're not welcome on here, on my property.
Then I address a consideration for the future. The one who is known as JT Fields owes me. On your behalf, I can have an agreement struck down. So I will pay for this one to be turned away in this manner. Might we find this in this exchange of goods?
Your kindness is overwhelming.
I don't think she's addressing you, Ruby.
I know.
Charlie will turn and look at her. And he sort of just gives her it's a bit of a dead stare. And he just says, what I done to myself. I ain't looking for any shortcuts.
Well, can't say I didn't try to be amicable.
Don't come onto my property.
Oh, I will be the least of what you're worried about tonight. Now I have some friends to go see. I
Have a
bid
good
you good evening.
You as well.
She turns, grabs her broom, and proper and held up like a proper woman of society, begins to walk to the setting sun.
I think Basil just collapses down and just starts bawling.
And that's where we're in for tonight. That we're in. Everyone watching, thank you so much. We'll see what comes up more in the story next week.
Night, family.
Not family.